I'd like to explain to the residents of Irondequoit how I managed to raise $230,000 in free donations from Home Depot, Target, Irondequoit Lawn and Landscaping, and Cam's Pizza within 24 hours of the no vote to move to Kings Park. The evening that Marion Heyman was defeated at the polls to move us from our 42-acre nature preserve and our 13,000 square foot brick building 3 miles down the road to Kings Park, which is basically a building surrounded by asphalt. I expected her to step up to the plate and say she would invest some money into Pine Grove and make the place nicer for the seniors. That evening she pledged not to put a dime into the facility. The very next morning I took it upon myself to renovate it at my own cost and time, if necessary, using all of my experience that I gained, international development experience with the Peace Corps. First thing I did was call Home Depot at 7 a.m. I talked to Home Depot asking if they could spare some paint. I'd get 40 volunteers together. I sold the project to them very hard and very well. I found them to be very generous, a very generous company, and more than willing to help out. They asked me to come down to Home Depot with a letter asking them, stating what I was asking for. And when I came down, they informed me not only were they so excited about giving me all the free paint that I needed, but they were going to call in all the Home Depot stores of all Monroe County to have a one-day makeover to totally make over the interior of Pine Grove Senior and Community Center for free in late March. Of course, I was all for that. We were all very happy about the news. I next called Target and said that Home Depot was stepping up to the plate. Can you help out at all? Target insisted not only to give us merchandise, but to send their makeover team down. Irondequoit Lawn and Landscaping volunteered to landscape the entire premises and to maintain the site of their renovations or landscaping for free. And Cam's Pizza offered to feed the entire work crew, which would probably total well over 80 or 90 volunteers in that one-day makeover. I next took the project to Marcy, the director of Pine Grove. I went right down there, looked around, saw the condition of the senior facility. I was really shocked and appalled, actually. Within 2 minutes looking around, noticing how drab it was, the furniture from the 1970s, the folding chairs, the old metal folding chairs. I looked at the air conditioning units up on the wall, the exterior ones, and they looked quite old. And I asked her a simple question, is it hot here in the summer? And Marcy told me that it was hot in the summertime. In fact, as reported in the studies by Labella and a private consultant, the air conditioning units are actually broken. So Mike Spang, Marilyn Heyman, and the town board left our elders to swelter in the hot summer days in that facility. Now some of these seniors are in their 80s and 90s. And I find that unconscionable. Mike Spang's office was actually inside that building to the one wing, and just as recently as December of this past year. So that means he was well aware of the conditions, and so was Ms. Heyman and the rest of them, and they did nothing about it for 3.5 years. This was a party that ran on seniors first. And as you can tell, in my opinion, all of that is inexcusable. There was nothing keeping anybody from going down there and walking around and looking for themselves and discovering what I discovered within a few minutes. I took the project to Mike Spang with the Home Depot representative that Friday. He wanted to push it to April 15th or 16th. I told him we told him it had to be done in March because that's when all the contractors had time off, and that's when we needed to do it. That was the offer. He agreed and said, I'd be a fool not to take this. Let's do this. He was all excited. He gave us a hug. 2 days later, he killed the project and said it was politics. Politics was the real reason why Ms. Heyman and Mr. Spang and the rest of them killed it. We lost the private contractors that were going to piggyback with Home Depot. We lost the chance to do the Irondequoit Tech Team for community service and learn about volunteerism. We lost, in the meantime, Irondequoit Lawn and Landscaping. Jeff Riesenberger pulled back because they would not give him an answer. He went there himself to the town hall numerous times, tried. They would not answer his questions as far as the date goes. So he had no confidence they would actually move forward. So we lost well over $100,000 in donations out of the $230,000 pledged. We lost the opportunity to celebrate this event. It turned into a really unmitigated disaster. What would have been a celebration of the community and honoring our elders and asking them to accept our small gesture to help them from the years we've neglected them. It's really just turned into, it's going to limp along and finish with half of what we actually were originally pledged. When I first went to the town board, I said that if we did not accept this, offer from Home Depot and Target, two major big box companies, that we would be the first town in America to ever do so, and we would be a laughingstock. It's my opinion, humble opinion, that our town board is now officially a laughingstock. Really embarrassing, and shows complete lack of leadership. In addition, Ms. Heyman called all of our major donors and their efforts of $250,000 almost of donations a spring cleaning. It can't go unnoticed, and I'm sure they didn't. They were well aware that she said that. It was reported in the press and also on television. It's quite an insult. In addition, Mr. Perticone implied that the Home Depot, professional Home Depot remodelers, with all their exceptional equipment and high-tech gear, were going to go in there and, as he put it, hack down the walls in Mike Spang's office and other walls and hack it all apart, implying that they were incompetent and unworthy to have that job. This type of insult and, again, lack of leadership, and it's just beyond me. I don't understand it. I do look forward to going back in there and doing this job, finishing it up properly. Even after they're done, there'll still be more work to do. Thank you for your time, and I ask for your vote. Thank you.